the governing body of the Jehovah's Witness has concealed a secret to its members, a secret so dark that if exposed, it could lead to the collapse of Watchtower society, but has been meticulously hidden through systematic control and psychological manipulation. This secret is hidden in plain sight. In this series of videos, we are going to discuss how the governing body of the Jehovah's Witness has concealed this secret in plain sight and what the secret is. Let's begin. In this first episode, we are going to focus on information control as one of the mechanisms the governing body of the Jehovah's Witnesses has used to keep the secret in plain sight. Now, for the Jehovah's Witness, the truth isn't a phrase. It's a carefully curated set of ideas designed to hide the reality so shocking it could unravel the entire faith.
Sister Snyder, we'd like to get to know more about you. Can you please first tell us how you got the truth?
I was introduced to the truth by my parents, and Jehovah used the example of my sister and the nurturing love of older ones in the congregations to draw me to him.
Now we'd like to get to know Sister Sherelle Georges. Sister Georges, can you tell us how you got the truth?
When I was 11, my mother started to study. Another sister studied with my two sisters and myself out of the book, From Paradise Lost to Paradise Regained. 2 years later, on November 13th, 1971, my mother, my oldest sister, and myself were baptized.
But have you ever asked a similar question? Maybe when you were just coming into the truth?
And if you've been in the truth for a while, sometimes it's a bit hard to remember, was that what we used to believe, or is this what we believe now?
Today we begin our journey into the Watchtower Society, a labyrinth of controlled knowledge, and what they are desperate to keep hidden. Imagine being told that every book you need is in your house, that every question has an answer, as long as that answer comes from one source. This is the reality of 8 million Jehovah's Witnesses. From childhood, they are taught that the JW Library app and Watchtower publications contain spiritual food, and that everything else is poison. How it works. The few men in New York decide what that truth is. They decide this years in advance. And writers at Warwick headquarters turn these decisions into articles. Members start these articles as if they were divine scriptures. What is the result? A closed loop where outside ideas do not interfere. Here's a clip from David Scaffe explaining how the truth is decided years in advance and the whole process of converting this same truth into what is known as spiritual food.
It all begins with the theme. As Brother Morris pointed out at the 2017 Regional Convention, one-word themes are determined years in advance. That one word will guide those preparing the program. Dramas, the most labor-intensive part of a program, are developed 5 years in advance. To prepare scripts, the teaching committee cooperates closely with the writing department and working with a team known as the Drama Review Group. These experienced writers develop scriptural plots that teach lessons in harmony with the convention theme. Scripts are extensively researched and then sent to Audio-Video Services, or AVS, for production. All of this work has to begin early.
Here's what Dr. Stephen Hansen said, the COUT expert. This is textbook information control. By restricting access to information, they ensure members can't compare doctrines to reality. It's how cults maintain power. And the punishment for curiosity, social death. Former elder William Holman said, I once mentioned a historical fact from an academic book. Within days, I was called into a back room and accused of apostate thinking. That was the beginning of the end for me. Just imagine, somebody just trying to provide an alternative view that after all, what we are studying may not be true. That's the implication of the statement. That's how I take it. And that became a serious offense because that was apostate thinking. Now, apostasy is a very serious sin within the Jehovah's Witnesses. One of the top sins you can commit amongst the Jehovah's Witnesses. Another way the governing body of the Jehovah's Witnesses has actually ensured that this dark secret, so profound it could lead to the collapse of the organization, is that past documents are disappearing. We hear of reports of old books or physical copies being destroyed. We hear allegations of elders receiving instructions to destroy old copies of publications. This is a way of ensuring that past failed prophecies disappear. History for the Jehovah's Witnesses is a disappearing act. Take the 1975, the year Armageddon was all guaranteed. Members sold homes, sold businesses, stopped going for work, skipped college, and waited for paradise. When it didn't come, what happened? The Watchtower did not apologize. It is vanished evidence. If anything, the governing body blamed it on the members for looking too much into this issue. Here is more. The 1966 Awake proclaimed 6,000 of human history will come to an end in 1975. Here is a pattern. Make a bold prediction. When it fails, quietly edit the record. Number 3, gaslight members into believing that the faithful always knew it wasn't certain. The 1975 internal memo read, "We cannot deny that our language implied certainty, but we must avoid admitting error to prevent stumbling the flock." This memo, obtained by former Bethlite Ramon Fraze, reveals the truth. They knew and they chose deception over the truth. The Jehovah's Witnesses have actually become the thought police. This is how it plays. For example, let's take that a sister said something and she's before the elders. One elder would say, "Sister, your Bible study partner says you question the governing body's authority. Is that true?" Now, for Jehovah's Witnesses, doubt isn't a crisis of faith. It is a crime. And the punishment? A network of spiritual police who investigate wrong thinking. And here's what they do. Surveillance of members' beliefs, punishment for independent research, rewriting history to hide errors. If you are enjoying this video, kindly like, subscribe, and smash the notice bell so that every time I upload a new video, you'll receive a notification. If you believe that another person will benefit from this video, kindly share with him or her. You can share with as many people as you want. If you disagree with what I've said, or you want to make a contribution, or you are challenging the facts that I've mentioned in this video, kindly put it in the comments below. To continue to part 2 of this video, click on this link. To watch the video where Jehovah's Witnesses have admitted that Jehovah is not God's divine name, click on this link. To watch the Jehovah's Witnesses' sophisticated mind control system, click on this link.